Hello, 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 beautiful people. This is Naima Adero coming to talk to you for a little moment. Okay, listen. Oh my, I think this is one of the most underlooked situations in a relationship. Competitiveness. Could it be that being competitive with your mate is a sign of jealousy? Okay. Why is it that it's so hard to be supportive versus defensive and argumentative and finding fault or issues with the things that they do or where they are? Could it be that there's some jealousy there? What I mean by this, there are situations where in relationship where I see it with women a lot, but I also see it with men, especially being that men are called to be the head and they're supposed to be the breadwinners. So a lot of times you find where men are critical of the woman, her status, her leadership role, her being the breadwinner in the home. And for some reason, there is these verbal assaults, or there is this attitude that shows up, and it's like, where is this coming from? And the person starts attacking where that person is financially, or there's this all, why are you coming home late, what are you doing, it's a lot of fault finding situations, and that's not to say that some people are not genuinely concerned about the whereabouts of the person, or that there are some um fishy behavior, coming from their partner. Now, not trying to overlook those things, but at times when that's really not the issue. But the issue is you're looking at your life and where you are, and you feel that your partner is doing more than you, or your partner is in another level than where you are. Men, more so, you find that men will sometimes go out and they'll start cheating. A lot of times you may find that, like I said, he may use language that is assaulting, verbal language, offensive language toward their partners. And it's because of their lack of security in who they are and where they are. It's hard for a man to be able to, and maybe not all men, but most men, it's hard for them to look at their woman, come home, or see their woman being the breadwinner in the home, and they're not able to provide that level of financial support that their mate is able to. And so now it's like, oh, I got to find an issue with her because I feel like I have all these issues with myself. So let me find an issue with her. And vice versa with a woman, a lot of times too. And, that's where my um my issue comes in with, is when the roles are reversed. We can understand why a man may feel insecure because his woman is making more money. But what I'm seeing is when the ladies are there, when the ladies are in that place. In both situations, both parties need to be whole, need to be healthy, need to love themselves. That's the key for both parties. But it's something when a woman is there, because you expect, right, for your man to be the breadwinner. You expect for him to be successful. You want your man to have status. You want your man to be able to provide and take care of you. But what happens is, I think women, when they feel less than, when they feel like my husband can go out here every day and do what it is that he's doing, and I'm home and I got to be stuck and confined to this place, to the house, taking care of the children, or going to this job over and over again, just going through this mundane routine where I feel like he's out here living his best life. But if you're partners, and if your husband really love you and care about you, then he's going to be doing what's necessary to try to make you happy, while he's going out here to work in order to make you happy. He's providing because he has to take care of the children. So why do you feel the need to want to compete with his financial, with where he is, his financial level, where he is financially, what he's bringing to the table, are his gifts and his talents? Why is it that you want to compete with him versus being supportive? Because being partners is you adding bringing your experience, um, your expertise, your strengths, your abilities to the place of where he's lacking, where he's weak, where he doesn't have that knowledge and that understanding, and y'all bringing it together and working together. You're supporting him and he's supporting you, because everybody is not going to have everything that's needed for success, for life. You have to work together and come together. So because you may have forfeited on your degree, or to take care of the children, or to let him go off and build his business or build his career, and now he's there and you see where he's bringing in, but you're not bringing in that amount, then instead of having an attitude, instead of being jealous and competitive, have a conversation. Let them know where you're at, what's going on, what you're needing, and be reasonable. If your children are young and they're still at an age where they need to be trained and developed and still need extra care, then is it reasonable to go back to work instead of making sure that your children are getting what they need and the support they need while they're young? Or if your kids are older and they are self-sufficient, now maybe it's time to discuss, okay, what can I do? I'm ready to get back out here in the workplace. Or your children are out of the home, and now it's time for you guys to discuss you going back in the field, and working in the field that you have your degree in. Are you working in the area where you've been called to and where you've been purposed to? Then do that. But don't put it on your mate because you're not doing it. Because could it be that you're not as good as you think you are? Could it be that you're not putting in the level of work that you need to? Could it be that you are just finding something to have to say? Check self. Go to counseling if need be. But find out what it is that you need so that you can fulfill your life. Because sometimes it's not always that your partner is trying to hinder you from getting there. You just may not have taken the steps that's needed to get to where you want to be. And so that's something that we have to look at. And especially ladies, you know, not every man wants you to be this domestic person. And if he does, if that's where he is, that does not mean that you don't have to pursue your dreams and your desires. Find a way to make it work. Communicate, talk, share your thoughts and your ideas, and let them know where you are and what you need. And y'all go from there. But don't make an issue where there is no issue. Don't make an issue where you haven't confronted the situation. You know, do what you can, do your part, and you pursue whatever goals that you're trying to pursue. So, anyway, consider that. Are you being supportive or are you being competitive? And if you're being competitive and you're doing so because you are jealous, you're mad, you're upset with everything that you're trying to do, you may go out here and you're trying to do it better. You're trying to do it bigger than what your husband is doing. You know, you're trying to make sure that you get everything you can out of the deal while you can. You know, if that's where you are, you might want to check your motive. Why are you married? Why do you want to be married? Why are you being competitive? What's the purpose of that? And when you find that it's because you're not happy with yourself, then take the necessary steps that you need to be happy with you and where you are in your life. And seek to heal, seek to be whole, because that's what it's about. It's about you getting what you need and being reasonable. So, anyway, that's just my little piece on that. I wish every last one of you well and good success in everything that you do, that you pursue, whether it's relationship, whether it's your career, whether it's just building yourself, whatever it is. I wish you the best. And I hope that you do what's necessary to get to where you need to be without having to compromise who you are, without compromising your principles, without compromising your esteem, and without compromising your peace. Anyway, until next time, be blessed.